TN's Mike Dennison has the latest tonight.
President Trump tweeted last Sunday that the Democratic Congresswomen should go back to the countries they came from and fix them before telling Americans how to run this country. Critics have denounced the comments as racist, including Democratic Senator Jon Tester of Montana Thursday on MSNBC's Morning Joe show.
But you got to call it for what it is. It's racism. And quite frankly, it's dividing the country. That's how he hopes to win, I guess. But it's not good for the country.
The 4 women are of African, Palestinian, and Puerto Rican descent, and 3 were born in the U.S. Montana's Republican U.S. Senator Steve Daines said Monday he stood with the president and that Montanans are sick and tired of listening to anti-American, anti-Semite radical Democrats trash our country and ideals. But on Thursday, Daines distanced himself from actions at a Trump rally in North Carolina the previous day, where the crowd chanted "Send her back" about a Somali-American congresswoman from Minnesota. Daines told MTN News Friday that the comments were inappropriate.
For me, this has never been about where people are from. It's never been about race or gender or religion. This is about views that are radical. It's about a far-left radical movement that we are seeing rising up in the United States House of Representatives.
He said these House members have called for abolishing immigration and customs enforcement and made anti-Semitic and anti-Israel statements. But in an open letter Thursday, a group of Montana rabbis took after Daines, saying he is supporting racist incitement and personal attacks on the congresswomen. Rabbi Mark Kula of Missoula told MTN News Friday that the rabbis felt Daines had crossed a line of civility.
We felt we could bring healing and to speak up and say name-calling, derogatory language, dismissive tone will not accomplish the goal that we feel is better for America and actually to make our country great.
Daines said he'll meet with the group, but he noted that not all Montana rabbis agree with those who wrote the letter. Senator Tester, however, said Democrats and Republicans need to stand up to the president's harmful rhetoric in no uncertain terms.
And I don't think, even in states where Donald Trump won big, that it does you any good running away from Donald Trump. I think you need to go back and punch him in the face. I mean, the truth is this guy is bad for this country.
Let's just say that our 2 senators are agreeing to disagree. From Helena, Mike Dennison, MTN News.
Thank you, Mike. A Bozeman rabbi, by the way, who did not sign that letter, told MTN News this week he believes his role is not to take sides in political debates.